Most men don't say it out loud, but they feel it, that quiet frustration when mornings come without the same fire, when the body moves slower, energy dips lower, and the man in the mirror starts to feel like a fading version of who you once were. One man in his 70s put it best: "It's like I'm still here, but something inside me just shut off." And here's the part that still surprises me: his turnaround started with something sitting in his kitchen cabinet the whole time. Just 1 spoon of baking soda. Before bed, no gimmicks, no prescriptions, just a forgotten remedy that helped reset what age was slowly draining. His energy, his circulation, his morning vitality. "Doc," he said, "I didn't think something so simple could do anything, but I woke up feeling like I had a second shot." Sounds unbelievable, that's fair. But stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you how this old-school remedy helps reignite male hormones, restore blood flow, and bring back what many think is lost for good. The hidden crisis after 60. Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself for a moment. Have you felt your energy fading a little faster than it used to? Mornings where you don't wake up feeling like yourself? Intimacy starting to feel like more effort than excitement? Maybe even a slow, creeping thought: is this just what getting older means? You're not alone. I hear this from men in their 60s and 70s almost every day. They come in thinking it's just old age catching up, that it's normal to lose your spark, your stamina, your confidence. But here's the truth most doctors never explain: it's not just aging. It's often what's happening inside the body, a buildup of silent inflammation, a shift in pH balance, and a slowdown in circulation that chokes off hormone production. And the worst part, most men never even hear those words: pH balance, metabolic acidity, let alone what they can do about it. But you can do something. In fact, you might already have the first step sitting in your kitchen, because believe it or not, baking soda has a secret role in turning this all around. Let me show you how. Why baking soda? Did you know that something as ordinary as baking soda, yes, the kind sitting quietly in your kitchen, could be one of the simplest tools to support male vitality after 60? Let me explain. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, isn't just for heartburn or cleaning drains. It's a natural compound that helps neutralize excess acid in your body, and that matters more than you might think. As we age, many men experience something called low-grade metabolic acidosis, a fancy term for having too much acidity in the body. You may not feel it, but it quietly chips away at your testosterone levels, disrupts circulation, and even affects the blood flow down there. Now here's the twist. NASA has used baking soda to help astronauts preserve muscle function in zero gravity. Why? Because it improves cellular energy, reduces inflammation, and protects against muscle breakdown, all things aging men struggle with. So, what if a single teaspoon at night could help shift your biology back toward strength? The question isn't if baking soda works. The real question is what else improves when your body finally gets back in balance. Let's explore what happens when you take it right before bed. What happens when you take it before bed? Let me paint you a picture. It's 10 p.m., you're winding down, you've had dinner a couple hours ago, brushed your teeth, and you're about to settle in for the night. But instead of reaching for a pill bottle or doing nothing at all, you mix half a teaspoon of baking soda into a glass of water and sip it slowly. Simple, right? But inside your body, something powerful begins. Baking soda begins neutralizing acid, calming the internal storm that's been quietly draining your energy and hormones. As your body enters deep sleep, your adrenal glands reset, your testosterone factory gets the signal to reboot, and your circulation quietly improves. One of my older patients, Mr. Haroon, 74, said it best: "It's the first time in months I woke up feeling like myself again." See, nighttime is when the body repairs, and when your internal environment is more balanced, it's like giving your system permission to heal. And yes, many men notice stronger morning wood, better urine flow, and even deeper sleep within a week. But of course, there's a right way to do it, and a few important cautions you need to know. Let's talk about those next. Doctor warning, who should be cautious now before you grab the baking soda and chug it down tonight. Let me give you the same advice I give every patient who sits in my office. Natural doesn't always mean safe for everyone. Baking soda is powerful, but if you have certain medical conditions, it's something you'll want to approach with care or avoid altogether. For example, if you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or you're on medications like diuretics or heart pills, baking soda may interfere with your electrolyte balance or cause your sodium levels to spike. That's not something you want to mess with, and even if you're generally healthy, more is not better. Stick to just 1/2 to 1 teaspoon fully dissolved in water. Never take it dry. Never mix it with acidic juices like lemon on an empty stomach, unless you know what you're doing. And definitely don't take it every single night without breaks. Your body needs balance, not overload. So if you're unsure, talk to your doctor, ask questions, because the goal isn't just a quick boost, it's sustained vitality that doesn't come at a cost. Now, why does something as small as pH or acidity affect your erections, your energy, and your hormones? Let's connect the dots next. The hormone, circulation connection. Most men over 60 think if their drive is low, it must be because their testosterone has tanked. And while there's some truth to that, testosterone is only one piece of the puzzle. Let me explain what I tell my patients. The real formula for male vitality looks more like this. Testosterone plus nitric oxide plus blood flow equals strong erections, energy, and confidence. Now here's where things get interesting. When your body becomes too acidic, even slightly, it starts to block nitric oxide production, the very molecule responsible for relaxing blood vessels and improving circulation down there. That means your blood isn't flowing where it needs to. Your muscles feel tired, your mind feels foggy, and yes, erections become inconsistent, soft, or even non-existent. But when you rebalance your pH, reduce inflammation, and support oxygen delivery through something as basic as baking soda, you allow all three of those systems, hormones, nitric oxide, and blood flow, to kick back into gear. Doc, it feels like my body just woke up again. One patient told me after 10 days. But this isn't just theory. Let's hear from a few real men who have tried it and what they noticed when they did. Real men, real results. Sometimes it's not the science that convinces us, it's the stories. Let me share a few with you. Alan, 68, came into my clinic tired and frustrated. He'd tried everything: supplements, stretching routines, even expensive injections. Nothing seemed to last. I gave him a simple plan: half a teaspoon of baking soda in water, 3 nights a week, after dinner, walk 20 minutes each morning, hydrate better. 2 weeks later, Alan walked in grinning. Doc, it's subtle, but I feel stronger, more alive, and mornings, let's just say, my wife noticed before I did. Then there's Farhan, 73, a retired school principal who'd been quietly battling frequent urination, low energy, and that nagging feeling of fading masculinity. He started the baking soda routine just 3 times a week, combined it with less sugar and more leafy greens. I don't feel like I'm 40 again, he said, but I finally feel like me again. These aren't miracles. They're the results of small, consistent changes rooted in nature, not pharmacy shelves. So what should you do if you're ready to try this? Let me show you exactly how to start, safely and confidently, tonight. How to start. Simple routine. Starting this routine is simple, and honestly, that's part of its power. Here's exactly what I recommend to my patients. Step 1. Start with just teaspoon of baking soda dissolved in 6 to 8 ounces of room temperature water. Step 2. Take it before bed, ideally 2 hours after your last meal. Step 3. Do this 3 nights a week to begin, not every night. Once your body adjusts, usually after 10 to 14 days, you can increase to 1 full teaspoon if you're not experiencing any bloating or discomfort. Some men also benefit from adding a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for better mineral absorption and taste. Remember, the goal is not to overwhelm your system. It's to support it gently, consistently, and naturally. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You just need to give your body better conditions to heal and perform. And trust me, once you feel the difference in your mornings, you won't want to skip it. But more important than the spoon is what it represents. Let me leave you with a message about that. Final message: dignity restored. Aging is inevitable, but losing your sense of manhood, that's not part of the deal. What I've seen in my years as a men's health doctor is this: most men over 60 aren't looking for miracles. They're looking for dignity, strength, and a sense that their body hasn't abandoned them, and sometimes that journey begins with something as small as a spoon. That spoon of baking soda, taken with intention, becomes more than a bedtime ritual. It becomes a signal to your body that you're not giving up, that you're still in this fight with wisdom, with gentleness, and with power. You don't need to feel embarrassed. You don't need to suffer in silence. You just need better answers, natural tools, and someone to say, "It's not too late." So take the step tonight. Let your body rest, reset, and return to balance. And when you wake up tomorrow with a little more strength, a little more fire, know this: that wasn't luck. That was you reclaiming your rhythm.